Alright, here's a video about how I get these quarter-inch plates off. I forget how much they weigh, maybe like 300 pounds or something. It's a 4x8 sheet by a quarter-inch, and basically I had a bunch of these on here, and you pry up one corner with like a pry bar, just enough to get this vice grip in here. So you get this vice grip, you kind of work it under there, under one corner, and you grab it, and then that slides it enough where I can, with one hand here, one on the phone, I can move it like that. It also helps that this trailer is up on an angle, so that's helping me slide it off here. You can oil up the sheets if that helps, so that they slide better. Just motor oil would work. Something a little heavier that's not going to wash away, like WD-40. Anyway, once you get it off there, you get it high enough, you stick some of these C-clamps on here. And I saw this in a book called Working Alone, where a guy was climbing up a ladder with a 4x8 sheet of plywood or something alone, and basically he had one of these balanced in the center, and he was able to just use this as a handle. So these are just cheap Harbor Freight 6-inch ones, or 10-inch, I forget what they are, 6-inch they call it. But yeah, basically you get one here, and then you would get one on another side here. If you had another person helping you, you could put two more on the other end, and then they'd also have handles too, because there's really no good way to grab these things. And if you don't have a forklift, like I don't, then it could be kind of hard. I thought about maybe just welding some D-ring type things to the corner, then I could use an engine hoist, but this ended up working after I tried it the first time, with first with 1/8-inch sheets, then with 3/16, and now this is the 1/4-inch, the heaviest stuff. And I already moved one of those successfully, so I was able to basically slide it off onto here. You just want something that's heavy duty, that has casters that can swivel all around, because you need to be able to maneuver it. And then one of these 1,000-pound larger dollies from Harbor Freight held up the other end. Basically, you're gonna get it off here, put on some ear muffs, so because it's gonna drop down and be pretty noisy, and then you can just drive this whole thing like I did. Drove it over here and stuck it on the floor, and you know, to keep any moisture and stuff from getting underneath and rusting the bottom, because sometimes we do have like some rain will come in or something like that, or if it's a really bad snow, if we get a few feet of snow, then some water might get in, just a little bit. So I basically I have pieces of 2x8 that were cut up, just old pressure treated, like what you'd find on a deck. I have about 6 or 8 pieces underneath here, and that's sturdy enough that I can stand on it. It doesn't really flex, and also not going to have any bowing in the metal over time, until I get to use this stuff. So yeah, that's basically how I thought to store it. The other stuff I have stacked somewhere else, like also laying flat, but I didn't want to have this heaviest stuff on top when I need to get a sheet of 1/8-inch, because that's just going to be too much of a pain to move. You know, this stuff is far heavier. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I chose to store it flat because I have some small kids, and if this were leaning up somewhere and it fell on them, it would crush them and kill them. So, you know, don't want that to happen. I don't want myself to get hurt. More importantly, I don't want you know, smaller kids to get hurt or something. So you just have it laying here on the floor, and then I might put some wood around the edge, or I have some pool noodles or something I could throw on the edge there just so people see it and don't catch their foot on the corners or something like that. And then of course I'll tell everybody that walks in the garage here, just kind of watch your step, because you could get your foot caught in here and like trip. Tripping is the hazard now, but tripping is a better hazard to have than something heavy falling on you, or falling on something that's expensive like glass or something like that. So pretty stable. I'll just learn to step on it when I need to, and I'll lose some maneuverability to get wheeled items in and out, but that's just until I use this up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you want to save the corner, save the edge of your trailer, just stick like a little old piece of 2x4 on there, and then kind of gets locked in that groove there, and that'll help it slide off without damaging your paint job or scraping up the metal, what have you. All right, good luck.